Caitanya Jaya Nityānanda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Śrī Caitanya Jaya Nityānanda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Vande Guru Nisha Bhakta Nisha Nisha Vatarakan Tat Prakasham Tatat Shakti Krishna Chaitanya Sangyakam Granthira Arambha Kori Mangala Charana Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan Tinira Smaran Javanchita Vedanta Swamin Iti Namini Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisheshunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityaānanda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Got, I guess, disconnected. I was not sure. I hope you can hear me now.
Now we can, bro.
Okay. So, Adi Lila, Chaitanya Caritāmṛta, Chapter 5, the Glories of Lord Nityaānanda Balarāma. Just in 2 days later is the appearance of Śrī Balarāma, Śrī, the elder brother of Lord Krishna. So it's a great fortune, privilege, and blessing to read about the glories of Śrī Balarāma. And let's begin from the verse where we paused last time, that is text number 150. Pop quiz. Who remembers the 9 forms where Lord Balarāma expands? Let's see if we can write those quickly. If yes, you want to answer, Silpa Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu. Chatra, umbrella, and then
nice.
chappal.
Yeah, slippers.
And then slippers, sorry. And then residence coming in. And then
residence.
Right. And then a seat to sit, right?
Seat. Resting seat. Yeah.
Throne.
Resting, sorry. Rest seat. And then pillow, like
pillow, yes.
Sleep, right? Pillow.
Sleeping pillow.
And then
pillow rests on the bed, right? So bed has to be there.
Bed, right. Bed. And then 2 more, I think, right?
Yes.
No,
who knows more. 2 more?
3 more.
3 more.
3 more. Who knows 3 more?
Dress, then that
thread.
Brahman Sutra and throne.
Ah, you got it, bro.
Throne. Perfect. See, this is great meditation, right? A good exercise for the brain and great meditation that how Lord Balarāma, this is text 123, which we have read. Chhatrapadukashaya upadhana vasana arama avasa yagya sutra simhasana. 9 things. So great. Good job. So Lord Balarāma expands and he does not think of anything but Krishna seva vina nahi. What was that exact verse? He does not think yak. Ishvara seva vina nahi jane aar. He does not know anything about anything except for Krishna's service. So that should be our goal and motive in life as well. Text 150 now. Ramera charitra sabha dukhera karana swatantra lilaya dukha sahayena lakshmana Ramera charitra sabha dukhera karan. Swatantra Lilaya dukha sahena Lakshmana. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The activities of Lord Ram were full of suffering, but Lakshmana, of his own accord, tolerated that suffering. Hare Kṛṣṇa. So, we all know about the sacrifice of Lakshmana and what all Lord Ram had to go through. So much ups and downs, 14 years of exile. Then his wife was kidnapped and fighting with Ravana. So many demons attacking every time. And so much, apparently no human would want to go through all that, right? Would any human being want to go through that? No. So all the activities of Lord Ram were full of there's a lot of lessons. Of course, Lord Ram was never suffering. He is a Purna Purushottam Bhagwan. But the bigger lesson here is Lakshmana chose out of his own free, sweet will. Lakshmana was not told to go to forest. Lakshmana was not told to starve for 14 years and to not sleep. But out of his own accord, there's a glory of Lakshmana or Nityānanda or Balarāma. Out of his own accord, tolerate that suffering. And that is why he's called Lakshmana. Lakshmana is Lakshmi Sampanna. Now one may say, well, he was just like a servant for 14 years. What Lakshmi are we talking about? We're talking about the wealth of devotional service. We're talking about the wealth of, this is real Lakshmi. The Lakshmi of the money, dollar, rupee is very flickering, right? At best, it can only help in this life to get some so-called pleasure, some, car and all that material gadgets. But the Lakshmi of devotional service, that's a real meaning of Lakshmana. And out of his own accord. So, dukkha sahena Lakshmana. Lakshmana beard or tolerate all that suffering for the pleasure of Lord Ram. And that suffering is no more suffering, which gives joy to the Supreme. This is called actually burden of love in the language of, for example, a mother, right? Prabhupada gives this example. A mother has to bear a child who is, let's say, 10 pounds, right? 15 pounds. Sometimes you have to pick that child, right? 2, 3-year-old. And carry. I don't know the exact weight, but let's say they have to carry, right? Yes, Shilpa Mataji, all the mothers. Sometimes they're going like a 2-year-old that wants to be on the mother's, lap, and the mother has to pick or the father has to pick, and they have to go long distance, right? And sometimes maybe it could be like getting up at midnight and feeding the child. The mother is tired, and still, it's a suffering. Tolerate that suffering for a higher cause to serve the child. So the mother's love is compared to tinge of the actual love, because it's very selfless. But the point is that it's certainly exhausting. It's certainly tiring. It's certainly the mother is overwhelmed, but still she does that. Why? For a higher cause. So when we also take tapyante lokatapena, when we take this, sometimes, there are programs like Janmashtami and stuff like that. Do devotees don't get tired? They do get tired. They are not, their body is also material, right? They also get tired. They also feel exhaustion. They also, go through all those things. But they still feel happiness, because that suffering is for a much higher cause. That suffering to give pleasure to others, especially in connection to Krishna consciousness, becomes the greatest source of joy. Like going out in the heat and distributing books. I mean, it's certainly not easy, right? Well, an ordinary person will say, hey, Sunday, why I should go out in the summer, in the hot? I just relax and on my sofa in AC and watch TV and eat potato chips. Right? But, Vipul Prabhu and Shilpa Mataji, Sudhir Prabhu and everyone, they went out. Why? Out of their own accord, tolerating that suffering, that heat, that, sometimes people may even say harsh words, hey, you don't have any other business, get out of here and all that stuff, they may say, right? But when we tolerate that for a higher cause, we become dear in the eyes of the Supreme Lord. So it's a great meditation about Lakshmana or Balarāma. 151, and today Shri Radha Mataji has joined. Thank you, Mataji, for your association. Are you in a position to read?
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Yeah, let me get my glasses.
Okay, well, she's doing so. Lakshya can read this one.
Yes, Prabhu. Nisheda karite nare yate chota bai mauna dare dariya rahe Lakshmana mane dukha pai. Translation: as a younger brother, he could not stop Lord Rama from his resolution, and so he remained silent, although unhappy in his mind. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Very cool. Thank you, Lakshya Prabhu. So what's your lesson? What's your learning from this verse?
That is like in Lord Rama and Lord Lakshmana was the younger brother of Lord Rama, so he had to follow what he couldn't oppose what Lord Rama said, even if he wasn't agreeing what he did.
It's a great culture that Chota Bhai here. Yate Chota Bhai means Chota means younger. Younger brother could not say. It's a culture, like a younger brother could not say, hey, you don't know, why are you actually, Lakshmana certainly got a little angry, and he said, why are you worried about this father who by the influence of lust towards the younger queen gave these two boons? Don't, we can just reject that ruler who is in the influence of, Kekai's lust, right? You don't need to listen to that. But then Ram would pacify, right? Similarly, when Bharat came, Bharat is coming to get, to kill you, let me kill him and all that stuff. When Bharat came back to take Lord Ram back in Chitrakoot. But the point here is that he could not say much. He cannot say, hey, why are you doing this? You should not be doing this. You follow what I say and let's just do. So basically he had to be the obedient servant. Maunadhari, maun, chup chap. He could not say much. He remained silent. Mauna means to not to speak much. But what is the real meaning of mauna? Mauna means to not speak. This comes in the nectar of instruction. To not speak prajalpa. Gramya katha na karibe, gramya katha na shunibe. There are a lot of Mauni Babas these days. They put a covering on their face and nothing. They don't talk anything. So Mauni does not mean to not talk anything. Mauni means to not talk nonsensical things. But for Krishna Katha, for reading books, for hearing, we should engage all our senses. If the goal of the life was just to stay silent, then why did Krishna give us this mouth, right? Krishna has given this mouth so we can speak Krishna Katha. Krishna has given the ear so we can hear Krishna Katha. Krishna has given the eyes so we can see the beautiful form of deities, devotees, holy dham, etc. Not to close them. To close them from the outside things, like a was that tortoise? Yeah, turtle. When inappropriate things are being spoken, then we keep on and we withdraw our senses. But when Krishna Katha is going on, we should hear, speak, etc., share. So a little bit about Mauna. Any other thoughts, comments before we move? Yes, Ishwari Mataji, you want to read, please? Next verse.
Yes, Prabhu. Krishna avatare jyeshtha haila sevara karana Krishna ke karila nana sukha aswadana. When Lord Krishna appeared, he, Balarāma, became his elder brother to serve him to his heart's content and make him enjoy all sorts of happiness. Hare Krishna.
Well, thank you, Mataji. Any thoughts or any other connections to this verse? You want to share any other comments you have? You're on mute. Okay, I guess let's meditate upon these words. Now, in this incarnation, that means in Krishna Balarama, he became Jyeshta. Jyeshta is elder. Chota means younger. We discussed Chota Bhai. Now, this little b became the big B, the big brother. So, Nityānanda is the elder, or Balarama is the elder. But why? Why? Sevara karana, for the purpose of service. Well, can we not say that he was not serving as Lakshmana? He was certainly serving Lakshmana. But big brother is like a father. Younger brother is like a child. If big brother is like the father, younger brother is like a child, right? The younger brother, cannot say certain things. But big brother, if the younger brother is going in the wrong direction, he will become the God. He will become the protector to give joy to the younger brother. The elder brother will become the protector. Krishna ka karila nana sukha aswada. So Krishna can experience, nana means different types. So different types of happiness Krishna can experience. He became the elder brother, so he can serve Krishna in different varieties. And as we know, he serves in all the 5 rasas. And as we just discussed, he expanded in so many ways. Why? To give the joy. To give. We can meditate upon this actually very nice verse, and you can learn. Krishna avatara jyeshta hoile sarva sevara karana Krishnaika karila nana sukha aswadana. This is the reason for Balarama's appearance, to give joy to Krishna, to serve Krishna. Sevara karana, this comes. So he is the Sevak Bhagavan. He's also Bhagavan, but Sevak. He's a servant of Krishna, to give joy to him, to serve him to his heart's content. Any other thoughts anyone has in this verse? 153.
So, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, how the Madhurya Rasa happened between the Krishna and Balaram?
Yes, so Balarama expands as Ananga Manjari, one of the gopis, the younger sister of Radharani, Ananga Manjari. It's a great question.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Incidentally, I was hearing a class by Bhakti Rasamrit Maharaj just before this, around 6:30 p.m. I was hearing that, so he also shared. Someone asked this question. He asked this question. So very nice. So Ananga Manjari is one of the gopis, expansion of Balarama. 153. Let's read that. Shilpa Mataji, want to read, please?
Yes, Prabhu, I'll try. Hare Kṛṣṇa. Rama Lakshmana Krishna Ramera Asma Visesa Amsa Visesha Avatara Kale Donhate Pravesa. Hare Kṛṣṇa. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sri Rama and Sri Lakshmana, who are planetary portions of Lord Krishna and Lord Balarāma, respectively, entered into them at the time of Krishna's and Balarāma's appearance. Purport: with reference to the Vishnu Dharmottara, and Lagu bhāgavata-sevayā explains the Rama is an incarnation of Vasudeva, Lakshmana is an incarnation of Sankarshana, Bharata is an incarnation of Pradyumna, and Satrugna is an incarnation of Aniruddha. The Padma Purana describes that Ramachandra is Narayana and that Lakshmana, Bharata, and Satrugna are respectively Sesha, Chakra, and Shankha, the conch shell in the hand of Narayana. In the Rama Gita of the Skanda Purana, Lakshmana, Bharata, and Satrugna have been described as the triple attendants of Lord Rama. Hare Kṛṣṇa Prabhu. Back to you. Good knowledge for me today. Thank you.
Krishna. Rama, Lakshmana, Krishna, Ramera. Amsha Vishesha. So Ram, Chandra, and Lakshmana, Krishna, Rama, a particular expansion of Lord Krishna. And so this Ram is referring to Balarāma. So sometimes this Ram is referring to Lord Ramchandra, Ramayana. So in short, as we know this multiple times is discussed, that all Krishna and Balarāma, of course Vishnu Tattva, Balarāma is the first expansion, similarly Lakshmana, Bharat, Shatrugna are also the expansions of Sri Ramchandra as mentioned here and in different scriptures mentioned in a different way. The point, essence is the same. The essence is that they are all the Supreme Personality of Godhead or Vishnu Tattvas. And one is the Sevya Bhagwan, and others are Sevak Bhagwan. Like Krishna and Balarāma, Ram and Lakshmana, etc. As the word attendant is also used, Shesha Chakra, Shankar also used, they're all servants. That's the essence, the Vishnu Tattvas. Yes, Bhaswati Mataji, you want to read? 154.
So Prabhuji, one thing that here, so Bharat Shatrugna also are Shebbo Bhagavan, right? They're the expansion of the Lord Rama. And for Chaturga, and it is the triple attendance of Lord Rama. Lakshman, Bharat, and Shatrugna.
Yeah, there was Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Niruddha also. Bharat is incarnation of Pradyumna, Shatrugna is incarnation of Aniruddha. So in short, they're all Supreme Personality of Godhead. But their mood is to serve the Lord.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, Mataji.
Glories to Srila Prabhupada. Bhagavad Pranam everyone. Text 154. Shei Angsho Laya Tishto Konishta Viman Angshangshi Rupe Shastre Koroe Backhan. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Krishna and Balarāma present themselves as younger brother and elder brother, but in the scriptures They are described as the original Supreme Personality of Godhead and his expansion. So here in Dwapar Yuga, Krishna came as his younger brother of Balarāma, and but Krishna is no other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Balarāma is his expansion. Back to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Very nice. So I was thinking that Brahmaji also gets confused by seeing Krishna's notorious childish pastimes, playing with his friends, eating the remnants of his friends, etc. So here we see they are presenting themselves as younger brother, older brother. Okay, I am the younger brother of my elder brother, and we all may have brothers, sisters. So sometimes we may think, okay, so what's the big deal? I also have a brother. Krishna also has a brother. What's the big deal? That's when, that's where we can meditate upon this verse. Yes, they are brothers, but they are not just brothers. They are the supreme. All the holy scriptures, they mention about Krishna and Balarāma, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we should not just take, oh, okay, I have a brother, I have a sister, so Krishna also the brother, no big deal. No, they are not just, some brothers we are talking about. We are talking about the Supreme Lord. Similarly, any aspect of relationship with Krishna. So therefore, people sometimes, cheaply talk about, oh, Krishna was, dancing with gopis and, like under the grip of passion and stuff like that. That's basically nonsense. We're not talking about a mundane person who is attracted to the opposite sex. This is not whom we're talking. We're talking about the Supreme Lord. Therefore, it's very, very important to understand whom are we talking about. Then we will not take that thing cheaply. Otherwise, we will just consider some like a story and just keep moving. But it's not just story. We're talking about Krishna, right? Let's read this verse. Yes, Vipul Prabhu, you want to read, please?
Sure, Guruji. Hare Krishna devotees, Dharma Pranam, all good to Srila Prabhupada, text 155. Ramadi Murtishu Kala Niyamena Tishthan Nana Avataro Korono Udbhuvaneshu Kintu Krishna Swayam Samabhavat Parama Pumanjo Govindam Adipurusham Tamham Bhajami. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who, by his various plenary portions, appear in the world in different forms and incarnations, such as Lord Rama, and who personally appear in his supreme original form as Lord Krishna. As again and again we are reading and discussing that Lord Krishna is the avatari, and Lord Krishna appears as different incarnations as avatar for different pastimes and to please and to give pleasure to his devotees. Back to Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. This is quite famous verse, quoted multiple times by Prabhupada. Ramadi Murtishu, Rama Adi, Lord Ram, Narasimha, Vamana, Matsya, etc., etc. Adi means etc. Murtishu, all these different forms, Murti. Kala Niyamena. Kala means Amshera, Amsha is Kala. Other planary, Niyam, Mena. Tishthan. Nana Avatara. Nana means multiple, various. Avatar, all these avatar, when they come into this material world, Bhuvana, but Krishna Swayam, he the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And under that Supreme Lord, I offer my humble obeisance. Lord Brahma speaks this in Brahma Samhita. So very nice verse for those who like to learn. It's a nice reference. 156, yes, Priya Mataji, want to read, please?
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, Dandavatanam. Śrī Caitanya, say Krishna, Nityaānanda Rama, Nityānanda Purnakare, Caitanya Rakama. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Lord Chaitanya is the same Lord Krishna. Lord Nityaānanda is Lord Balarāma. Lord Nityaānanda fulfills all of Lord Chaitanya's desires. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Can anyone tell any other verse which is quite fitting in this? That Chaitanya is Krishna and Nityananda is Balarāma. Anyone knows any other verse?
So, not exactly, Prabhuji. J. Krishna হইল Nityaānanda, Balarāma, like Shochinand. That's sloka. I forgot.
বলরাম হইল নিতাই।
Brajendra Nandana Jai Sachi Sutta Hoilo Sei Balaram Hoilo Nita. Brajendra Nandana is Krishna. Jai Sachi Sutta Hoilo Sei. Sachi Sutta is? Who is Sachi Sutta?
শ্রী চৈতন্য মহাপ্রভু।
Nimai.
And Shilpa Mataji, do you know why? What is Sachi Sutta meaning?
No, Prabhu.
Who will explain?
Sachisuta Prabhu is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who's the mother, his mother is Sachi Mata. So he's a son of Sachi Mata.
Sutta means son and Sachi Devi, his mother.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Mataji.
Very nice. So this verse is also quite similar. Śrī Caitanya, say Krishna, right? Nityaānanda, Rama. So Lord Nityaānanda, Balarāma. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna. And what he did? Nityaānanda Purna Kare Caitanya Rakam. He will complete all his work, all his desires, because his main objective is to assist him. Sevara Karana. It's like an assistant, you can say. What an assistant's main role is? To complete the task, right? That's giving some material comparison, but of course it's all spiritual. But the whole idea is that Nityaānanda came only for one desire, to assist Lord Chaitanya, right? The eternal Sango Pangastra Parshad, the Panchatattva. Only one purpose, to give pleasure. We discussed that, the word, to give happiness to his master, that is Krishna. To give happiness, we just read that, correct? Sukha, to give sukha. Any other comments in this verse anyone has? Okay, I'll read next verse. Ishwari Mataji, you want to read this one?
Yes, Prabhu. Nityananda Mahima Sindhu Ananta Para Ekakana Sparshi Matra Se Kripa Tanhara. Translation. The ocean of Lord Nityananda's glories is infinite and unfathomable. Only by his mercy can I touch even a drop of it. So he's saying that only by the grace of Lord Nityananda, who is like the guru, we can come close to Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Or what is he saying?
Only by his glories we can understand his glories. Only by his mercy we can understand his glories.
Oh, yes, yes.
Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami is sharing Ananta. It's like a Sindhu. Ananta Sindhu is like an unlimited ocean. Na anta or ananta. Apara. Unfathomable. We cannot conceive this Sindhu. It is so huge, so deep, so wide, so length, breadth, width, everything is so unimaginable. Eka kana, ek kana. Kana means fragment or like a tiny particle. Even that touches us. Eka kana sparshi matra se kripa tanhara. That can only happen by his mercy. And there are multiple pastimes in this connection. To get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, we need the mercy of Nityānanda. Even until the fight between Sugriva and Bali, Sugriva, until he did not get the mercy of Lakshmana in the form of the garland, he was like about to be killed by Bali. But when he got the garland of mercy, then he was protected, and the demon, his opponent was killed. So we should pray. This is Balarāma Purnima is coming in just 2 days. We should pray to Śrī Balaramji. Bala means strength. Strength. To give us strength. What kind of strength? To lift 100 pounds? No, to swim over this material ocean, so that we have the strength to say yes to the good things for our bhakti and no to the bad things. Anukulyasya sankalpa, pratikulyasya varjanam. Anukul means favorable. The things which are favorable, we need the strength to say yes to those. It's not easy, right? Opportunities to service may come, but we may not have the strength to say yes. And sometimes some opposite situations may come, allurements, material distractions. But we need the strength to say even no to those, right? It's not easy to say no when distractions come. But those who get the mercy of Śrī Balaramji, they get the bala. And how will we get the mercy of Balaramji? By praying, by begging. Oh Lord Balaram, it's your appearance. Please give your mercy. Genuinely, sincerely, eagerly, from our heart, if we pray to Balaram, who is the Adi Guru as well, He will give us mercy. He will certainly, because He wants to help us, but only if we are eager to be helped. His mercy is infinite. Akarodha Parmananda Nityānanda Abhimana Shunya Nitai Nagara Bida Adham Patita Prabhu Dware Dware Giya Amara Kiniya Bolo Gaurahar. That he's saying, I'm willing to sell myself. I will sell myself. So much He is there for us. You just chant Gaurahari. You just chant Hare Kṛṣṇa. And for doing that, I'll become your slave. Selling myself means I'll become your slave. With the straw in his teeth. That means a great humility. Begging, with joining his hands, he is praying to each and every one. Please do this. Who will do that? The Supreme Lord is doing that. And that's Balarāma or Nityaānanda. Supreme Lord Nityaānanda Prabhu is doing that. Therefore, his glories are unlimited. Jagai Madai wanted to kill him practically. But what did he do? He stopped Lord Chaitanya. He said, don't kill them. If you start to kill them, then you have to kill practically everyone, because everyone is demon this day and age. Rather, you kill the demonic propensity and purify them. Give them the love of Godhead. That's what Balarāma is. Who would be so merciful? If someone does harm us, or say, let's say, beat us, or say harsh words, generally most people will say tit for tat. Hey, you did bad to me, I will also do bad to you. You said, harsh words to me, I'll speak twice of that, or 10 times. Tit for tat. But no, Balarāma tolerate that. Or Balarāma not only tolerate, but he gave Doyal Nitai Chaitanya boli nacharya murmur, maar khaye prem de. Maar kha ke prem dete hain. Who will give? Maar means beating. He accepted the beating by the drunkards and gave them prema, Krishna prema. This is the magnanimous. Ajanulambita bhujau kanakavadato sankirtanaikapitaro kamalayatakshav vishwambaro vidujavaro yugadharma palo vande jagat priyakaro karuna avatar. Chaitanya Mahāprabhu, Nityaānanda Prabhu. Their avatar is most parama karuna pahodui chana nitai gaura chandra. So many bhajans are there about Gauranga Nityananda. So many bhajans. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Nityananda, Anarottam Das Thakur's tons of bhajans speaking about these glories of these two brothers. Who could be more merciful than them? Who could be more merciful? Their mercy is infinite. So we can also access that mercy, especially now on the Balarāma Purnima. So we are going to have 3 special classes actually this week. Thursday, that is day after tomorrow, is Balarāma Purnima. We have Kirtan, we have Zoom class by Śrī Mahāprabhu, same time 8 p.m. Then on Friday we have Adivadar Prabhu will speak at the same time 8 p.m. on more glories of Balarāma, because his glories are unlimited. Even if millions of devotees speak, we still cannot complete, but still we can get some drops from all the devotees. And then on Saturday morning around 9:30, we'll have a class by His Grace Shyamanand Prabhu from India for a long time. He's a very senior Vaishnava and Brahmachari for over 30 years now. So he's come to Tampa once. So he's going to speak about setting the mood for Janmashtami. So please attend all these 3 classes, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and invite your friends, neighbors, anyone you can, family, etc., etc. Adi, Ram Adi, friends Adi. So any other quick comments or thoughts before we pause for today? So we will pause here and continue tomorrow, and then we'll have the special 3-day bonanza of spiritual hearing. Śrī Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami ki jai, Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta ki jai, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Purana ki jai, Śrī Nityaṁ Prabhu ki jai, Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasindubhyaiva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.